Good morning or afternoon or evening. Hello. We are now doing F24, which is compound interest solving for practice. And I realize my face is over the video or is over the formula. And just in case anybody's worried, there you go. Okay. So we're still doing compound interest. So that means we have to find APIN. And it's not a bad idea to just, hold on. Start out by identifying what's in your question. Okay. So we have 200, yes, $200, 550, and we have 12 years. Oh, compounded quarterly. I don't know if that helped me at all. And I should have done one more time. I don't know. Whatever works for you. Okay, so I know that this A and P is the amount at the end, P is the principal. So those are all in dollars. That's usually given as a percent. And N is usually something to do with time. So let's see. So we've got two amounts in dollars. An A is, it's a future value, but I prefer saying the amount at the end because that reminds me it's the amount at the end and it should be the bigger number. Besides, I think if you do it backwards, you'll just get some insane answer. I might do that at the end of this question. 200 goes there. Now it says, what is my interest rate? So remember, divide by 100, divide by 4, because it's quarterly. Now, I do this to remind me that whatever answer I get when I do my calculations, I have to work backwards to get to this point. So normally I have the percent and I divide by 100 and I divide by 4. So writing this out reminds me I'm going to have to multiply by 100 and multiply by 4 to get back that way. Oh, I'm going to get back that way. And my time is 12 years times 4. So that gives me 48 there. This also, when I put that in there, allows me to do this and just do that quick check to make sure I'm doing the matchy-matchy there. Okay. Sorry, I'm having a moment. Okay, and I'm back. I was just trying to see if I'd written out a nice keying sequence. So I will. So I, and this is from the previous page. A by B. So essentially all of this is just taking the actual formula and my keying sequence is making it pretty to fit in my calculator. And then I need my exponent key. And then I need bracket. 1 divided by n, close my bracket. Minus 1. I think that's okay. No. Yeah, it's one of those days. Well, you know what? We're just going to try it. My brain wants to put an extra set of brackets in there, but I'm not sure if we need them. So let's try it without. A is 550. Oops, divided by 200. Here, 1 divided by n, which is 48, minus 1. Let's see if that works. 0 divided by 200. Oops, use my brackets, just like I wrote it. 550. That one's that over. Divided by 200, bracket, exponent, 1 divided by 48, close that bracket. That should be okay. Minus 1. Yay, Yeah. Okay, your answers are always going to look weird. Because remember, we have to adjust it to get it to a percent. So let me write that. So I is equal to 0.0212. I don't know, 9. I'm going to do what I normally do. Boop, boop, boop. There's a bunch more. And I'm not clearing it off my calculator. But now I go over here and I remind myself that I need to multiply by 100 and I need to multiply by 4. And that will give me my actual interest per year, because this is interest as a decimal per quarter. I don't want that. I want the answer per year. So I'm going to multiply by 100 and I'm going to multiply by 4 and interest 8.519. So we'll go interest is equal to 8.5%. And there we go. Ta-da! All right, cool. But you know the drill. Turn the video off. Try the next question. All right, I hope you did try it yourself. Let's see what we can do. It's always a good idea with all these finances questions is to start by identifying the variables that you have. Okay. Sometimes it'll even give you enough that it'll tell you, remind you which formula you need to use. Okay. I get a different color. How about this one? Let's do this. 35 years. I know where that goes. And we're compounded. Yeah, highlighter's not doing much for me. By the way, times 12. Oopsies. There we go. Okay. Now we have 4,500 and 25,000. So A is always the biggest one. 25,000, 4,500. And this is interest. Interest. Now notice it says yearly. So that's just a hint, subtle reminder that you need to do that adjustment at the end. And I know whatever I have, I'm going to divide by 100. And I would normally divide it by 12. Oh, I don't know what 35 times 12 is. 35 times 12, 420. All right, so interest is equal to A divided by P. I don't know how you want to write that. Just remind yourself it's caret 1 divided by N minus 1. And write it out every single question because you need to have this memorized. You need to be comfortable with it. A is 25,000 divided by 4,500. Exponent 1 divided by 420 minus 1. I is equal to 25,000 divided. Whoops, let's put my brackets in. 25,000 divided by 4,500. Exponent 1 divided by 420. Close my bracket, minus 1. 0.00409. And there's some more. Whoops. Times, now what are we going to do? I'm going to go times 100 and times 12. So it's a reverse of what you would normally do. Ah! Just ignore me for a second. Ah. Anyway, I need that number back. I shouldn't have cleared my calculator. It was pointed out to me that I can use my answer key back here. Anyway, doesn't matter. Times 100 times 12. Interest is equal to 4.909. Interest is equal to 4.9%. And there we go. That seems reasonable. Last one. Okay. You invested. Okay, so that's my principal. After 8 years, it was 94, that 9,400. We don't know this. Ooh, semi-annually. Where's here? 22, and this is going to be 8 years times 2. That's 16. I is equal to A divided by P. Here, 1 divided by N minus 1. Every single time, write out the formula, because that's how I'm learning to memorize it. Divided by 4,700. Caret 1 divided by N is 16 minus 1. All right, let's do this. 9,400 divided by 4,700. Oops, from the brackets. Exponent 1 divided by 16, close that, minus 1, ta-da, 0.0442, and some more, times 100, times 2, times 2. So interest yearly, 8.85, 8.6%. All right. Okay, now, as a fun little extra exercise for me, and you get to play along, I'm just very curious what's going to happen if, okay, you guys are smart. You're not going to get 8 years mixed up. The 8 belongs with the time. We're looking for interest. I'm curious to see what happens if I get these backwards. So if this scares you, stop watching now. I'm going to go 4,700. Whoops. Bracket 4,700 divided by 9,500. Whoops. See, the universe is saying, stop it. Caret 1 divided by 16. See, the universe is just telling me, cut it out. I'm doing it anyway. One more time. 4,700 divided by 9,400. Close my brackets. Start an experiment. Open a bracket. 1 divided by 16. Close the bracket. Minus 1. So all I did, and of course you can see that on my calculator, is I flipped these two. So if you get them backwards, oh, there you go. You get a negative percent. And none of our questions should have negative percents on them. So should be good. You get a negative percent. You know you did something wrong. And maybe you'll remember, you just had those backwards. All right, spectacular. Have a lovely day.